Today's call is titled, I Don't Get No Respect. Most of you probably know that's a Rodney Dangerfield, the comedian, saying that he used in his act as he was going around, touring around and on TV and radio, wherever he was. He'd say that I don't get any respect, I don't get no respect. And today, and over the next several weeks, we're going to talk on these calls about the technician crisis. It is real, and it will get worse. I can't tell you how many dealerships ask, where can I get techs? Where can I find techs? I need techs, and I tell you, we're going to really get serious about that. I'm writing a major article involving this, and we're going to talk about it. My first time where I've extended a topic for multiple weeks, for at least the next several weeks. We're going to be talking about technicians and what we can do as dealerships to find and retain them. You see, I think if we look first at ourselves and the position, we'll learn a lot. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with what I say. They may talk about, oh my gosh, we can't afford to do this for the techs. And frankly, I'm going to start with what we can and can't afford. Because if we look at a technician and as a human, first of all, that generates a lot of gross profit for the dealership, and we're going to do some math about that first. So if we're looking at just what can this person generate, he can basically generate, a good tech is going to generate at least $10,000 a month in labor gross profit. $10,000 a month. They're also going to generate an additional $3,000 to $4,000 in parts sales. So we don't have to be real good at math. Say, my goodness, that's probably $14,000 a month that a technician is going to generate for the dealership. $14,000 a month. Now, some of you might take that times 12 and look at that and go, wow, I had no idea a technician was this vital to generating gross profit. They are. We're going to look at a little bit of what we do to help them, too, today, and why we don't retain them. Why is there a technician shortage? I've heard that right now the immediate need is for over 30,000 techs in the United States. And technicians, let's look at the individual. First question if they're interviewing would be what? You got your own tools? Well, yeah, generally a technician has to have tens of thousands of dollars worth of tools, hand tools invested. They also have to have technical training. So they go to a school, they might have tens of thousands of dollars to go through a technical school and get the training they need. And what did all this investment do? It gives them the right to apply. So then we bring these people into the dealership environment. We go, what's the first question? Well, what manufacturer training do you have? Well, I don't have any. I've invested in this technical school, and they get out of here. We don't want you. We want to have a technician that's factory trained. What kind of experience do you have? Well, I just got out of technical school. Get out of here. We don't want you. Or you can be a lube guy. You don't have the factory training. So they invest thousands and thousands in tools, thousands and thousands in education. They apply, and then they're blessed with where they're treated at the dealerships. But even if a dealership takes them in, or let's look at the dealership environment for the technicians we have. And we're going to get into some detail about that. First thing is we get them in there and we have poor processes. And I use wiper blades as an example here, but if a technician gets a vehicle and the wiper blades have the rubber peeling off of them, and they're really dedicated, loyal technicians, flat rate technicians, and they got a vehicle in there and they're doing something they notice by chance or that the wiper blades are bad, so they stop what they're doing. They track down price and availability. Then we track down the advisor, give them the price and availability. Then we have to track down, the advisor has to track down the customer requesting authorization. I will tell you, it generally takes 10 to 15 minutes in a good process-driven place to sell wiper blades. Now, it could have been done as the vehicle was being pulled into the dealership on a customer intake process. It could have been done just by looking at them, and I will tell you, I could sell wiper blades by just touching them in front of the customer. I'd hear comments like this: "Oh yeah, I know those are bad, man. Thanks for bringing that up. Give me a pair of those on there." You keep forgetting about that. I don't even have to say a word to sell wiper blades. In our customer intake process, we ask that in front with the customer and the vehicle, we try the wiper blades. If they're streaking, we bring it up right there. It's added to the RO. But if a flat rate technician takes 10 to 15 minutes of time to bring them to somebody's attention, and most dealerships, if they do pay something, it's a tenth, maybe two. Most people that I know don't even charge to install wiper blades. How much of your technician time will be wasted before that guy is intelligent enough to go, you know what, that isn't really a good thing for me to do. Why would I sell wiper blades and I'm upside down on time? Then we have poor scheduling. So we don't even know how many technician hours are available in the shop. We don't know how many are appointments. We know we might have 15, 25, or whatever number it is for appointments tomorrow, but we have no idea how much tech time is available and how much is sold. If you're not looking at that, you might have all oil changes or all recalls that take 2/10 and tons of the unsold technician hours that they're going to be standing around receiving no income on, because guess what? They're flat rate. Then on top of that, we have the factory tools that every tech needs to do a lot of jobs. They get into a factory tool, they go into that section of the dealership and it's in total disarray. Total disarray, poor organization, boxes with tools that haven't even been taken out of the box. They just come in and get thrown in the corner. Technician might lose an hour. Then he goes to the service manager. Hey, I can't find this tool. I need it. Oh, well, let's call this other dealership and see if they'll loan it to us. I'll go send someone to get it. And another hour or two goes by. Flat rate, not compensated for. Or we have poor parts inventories, and no one's tracking that. So we don't have what the parts are needed to do the repair. So the technician has to reassemble the vehicle. pull it back outside and wait on the parts to arrive, or a customer authorization. Scheduling is important. It's how we work with the technician time that's available. Then in the areas like I'm from, Ohio, so we have 3-4 inches of snow or even more, and we send the technician out there to take the snow off the vehicle, prepare the vehicle to come in, and then have clunks of snow, ice, slush, drip on them, fall on them, while they try and repair the vehicle. Then in the summer months, we have hot conditions. We don't have air conditioning in the shop. Plus the vehicles are hot and the engines are warm. Technicians are working on them. Cold in the winter. Doors opening up all the time, bringing cars in and out. Severe cold out there, working in these conditions. And to do that, again, they've got tens of thousands of tools, tens of thousands in education. And we stack the cards against them with poor processes, poor organization, poor scheduling, have them pull vehicles in, have them pull vehicles out. Is this making any sense? If I'm making flat rate and then I'm standing around doing these things for the privilege of being a tech, it's no wonder there's a technician shortage. It's no wonder that we have clients that are asking us all the time, where can I get them? How can I keep them? Then for the privilege, if a good flat rate tech is making 55, 60 hours a week in revenue, then for the privilege of taking vacation, we're going to pay you 40. Real progressive shops are looking beyond these issues. If any of this makes sense to you, you're going to enjoy the next several weeks when we go into great detail about what we need to do for ourselves to attract and retain good technicians. The dealerships in the future are going to be one of two things. They're going to have technicians and talent lined up to work there that are hearing great things about how they're treated, how they're respected, or they're going to be the dealerships with no techs or low techs, struggling to find them. Which dealership do you want if you realize that each one, a good one, is going to gross you $150,000? Now, when we go into the next several weeks and we look at benefit plans and things we need to do to appreciate and respect the techs, that doesn't mean that everyone in the dealership has to receive the same benefit programs. It doesn't mean that everyone in the dealership needs to be considered equal, because no one else in the dealership invests so much, endures so much. Just to come in and generate a job for them and their family. I don't get no respect. How many techs would say that in your dealership? I'm going to challenge all of us. Pay real close attention to the next several weeks as we go through the technician crisis. Look at your own operations. Do your technicians, would they answer, I don't get no respect? Would they answer, man, we have those issues all over the place? And then the next week, and the next several. And let's start really addressing the technician crisis and how we're going to get through it, how we're going to prosper our dealerships in this tough environment. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to next week's call. Bye for now.
Your customers like you when they come into your dealership, but the question is, do they love you when they leave? Our team is dedicated to helping you achieve this goal. Join us every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for our free Fixed Operations conference call. Our call was created to help dealerships all over the world deliver the very best service experience possible. This call encompasses an array of fixed operation topics, from service advisors to lost customer pay. Our mission is simple: to help as many dealerships improve their fixed operations as possible. Click the link below to sign up for our call and see how it feels when your customers love you when they leave your dealership. Fixed Performance, where we have total dedication to your team's excellence.